So as Christ, Jesus' second coming in spirit of truth, I have a son and daughter. And unlike Jesus, I don't ask these people, bear a cross if you believe in me, and leave your son and daughter, and you may follow me to bear a cross, which that was his expectations then. And well, obviously, bear a cross means to get sacrifice for the people you're here to die for and forgive for their sins, because he loves his enemies, which were Roman officers, in a system like this one that's been forgiven now. And here in America, well, I have returned as this guy under the Virgen Guadalupe, Americas, because that right there is red, white, and blue. Them under me. That's Christ Nelson, the Prince now of darkness and peace I bring. So I bear a cross with a son and daughter. And this is a little bit younger, but they don't look so bad, do they? Nice little smile. Yeah, he was born on Dia de la Bandera. His name's Andre. Big giant, big heart. That's my little model, but you know, her name's Gia, but she's very graceful to bless us with well, little morenita. You know, so cute. And well, little tough cookie. Anyways, I bear a cross for them. I leave my son and daughter for these fucking idiots, my enemies, officers who have been forgiven and are convicted sinners now here in America. The fucking worst place ever. And they give themselves to me. Proud they stand. The few and the proud. They're fucking idiots. Either way, I'm not here to die for their sins and forgive them. I'm here to bear this cross and convict them with no excuses and fall victim like many others and my brother and rise above them as God. And I'll see them in hell where I sentence them. And I bear my son and daughter in this cross, but it feels like feathers because these niggas ain't heavy at all. Lightweight motherfuckers. And well, I go and bear this cross. I leave everything like Jesus. I don't have a life no more. This is what they push me to. But I'm fortunate to have somewhere to rest. Unfortunately, bless those that don't. But it's temporary. I'll be out there soon, sleeping in a tent. And until then, well, I have a hobby. Because my job, I do work. My job is to work this system and fucking protest loud as fuck and keep my tongue out for the heavens, who I serve as a vessel. And they picked up this tongue, the serpent one. I'm wisdom. And my habit, well, I have one. I like smoking weed. I love it. And I have to fuck with Crystal. Everybody got a cup of tea and coffee, so I gotta support my habit. So I go around in my hobby, and I pick up these cans, you know. But I mean, that's my hobby. And then I buy my habit, which I support. Unlike a faggot ass officer who, with taxpayer money, he gets his habit. That's grabbing my dick, having me dance for him, and the community pays for it. Because he gets paid while I strip for him. He gets tipped. He gets a pickle and $1 on his hands every day. He gropes niggas and watches us dance and even feeds us to canines. And give not what belongs to God to dogs. So they get their habits. They get to feed hate, darkness, and wickedness to the Senate, who allows them, and we're the product, and they're the customers. They sell us to them, and and then the Senate, well, they do their thing. And well, like I said, I buy my habit and I buy my kids gifts at the thrift shop. I'm used to it since I've been a kid. You know, there's one in the market across the street. I used to go there since I was a kid, so I'm used to the thrift shops. You know, Macklemore, fuck America shit. And well, I buy these ones right here down the street from LSL. They're nice people. They allow me to buy nice stuff for like decent price, like $2, maybe $1. Like for these $2, you know, each. Very nice. And well, I bought them this backpack too, you know, for my daughter. She like unicorns back then. And well, now I got this little jacket. Anyways, I bought the jacket. Once again, I give my testimony, so you know what I'm saying. Heaven, like I'm telling these people. So I go to Salvation Army yesterday, and they're a little bit more expensive. I actually thought these were $3.99, which is probably decent, right? Obviously, but I got the wrong size. I thought they were fours for some reason, and it looks like a three if you look at it. Look, three, but it's $8.99. I didn't believe that shit. I don't want to believe that because this is Salvation Army. These are the Christian people, I guess. But this is what they do with donations. They sell these shoes for $8.99, and in this jacket, the fucking people wanted $15. Honestly, this shit should be like, honestly, Salvation Army, they're real fucking idiots. That's the church, right? And that's Christ. They fucking offend me because I bear a cross, and at the end, this is how they fucking offend me. So he wanted $15 for this nice jacket. Honestly, it's a very nice jacket. I want it for my son, but they're all donations there. So if anything, in Salvation Army, the fucking corporate, they should say everything's a donation here. Everything no less than $5. All right, everything you could have, everything you want for $5, but feel free to give a donation. All right. So okay, I'll give you $5 for this, but for a donation, here's $2 or $3. That's all I had yesterday was $8. And I told him, how much? $15. I would have given him $5 for that and $3 for the donation. And I would have left these shoes. But I thought they were fucking $4. So I said, fuck it. I left $8 on the counter. I got $4. I thought they were $4. And I said, well, the rest for this jacket, because I don't give a fuck. Because at the end, they're donations, man. And you make it harder for me, a poor man like Jesus, to get gifts for my kids while I bear a cross. And even if I'm lying about who I say I am, how dare you steal from the church? You are the fucking church, huh? You're sick people. You give donations, and at that with church Salvation Army, there's no salvation with you people. You wouldn't want it. You don't deserve it. Your future, I'm here for the orphans, and this is how you treat my kids. Some of you are very nice. I appreciate it. You're understanding. But when it comes to the church, look, $15 fucking for donations. They're fucking sick, ain't they? You're out at a victory reach. I can't reach you at all. But I'm a victory off of the cross with Jesus as witness, and these are his nephews and nieces. Okay? You people are something else. Fucking Salvation Army. So I'm going to go back and drop off these shoes, and I'm going to say, well, can I get my money back? Because it was $8 and shit. But, I'm just going to spend it there if you do. And even though you might be fucking looking for me or whatever, I'll be there not to be ashamed and show my face. Because if I did take whatever I take, I'm not ashamed to face you. Because next to Jesus, I could die a convicted thief, and I'll be with him in paradise. Because your taxpayer money goes to supply officers their habits and spoil them here like faggots. So at the end of the day, fuck your taxes, because I am the God of this nation, and the shit that says, in God we trust, that's me, and that's my title as God under the kingdom of heaven, the devil and only God here, in behalf of all gods. I serve the kingdom of heaven. For my brother's kingdom, Jesus is king to me, and I am Christ Nelson, and I'll bring darkness for this type of shit, church, because you, as witness, Jesus, he says, fuck all of you for even claiming church.